The Galaxy S26 Ultra shows up in a leak wrapped in a case, but even through that, you can clearly see the changes. Flat sides, rounded corners, and most importantly, a brand new camera layout. Gone are the separated floating lenses that made the Ultra instantly recognizable. Instead, Samsung is using a camera island with 3 lenses grouped together at the top. It looks clean, simple, a little more structured. The buttons are on the right side pretty standard, but it's the back that really changes everything. Now here's where the debate starts. That floating lens design wasn't just random, it was the Ultra's identity. It looked unique, it looked powerful, it gave off that premium, high-end feel. You saw it and thought, that's the top-tier Samsung, but this new camera island? It looks familiar, almost too familiar, because Samsung has already used something like this on its mid-range phones. The Galaxy S series had it, the S25 Edge had it. Even the Z Fold 7, so why bring a mid-range style to the most expensive flagship? And that's the emotional part for a lot of fans. The Ultra used to stand out, it had personality. It didn't care about trends it made them. Now it looks like Samsung is trying to match everything in the lineup. At first, that sounds like a downgrade, but wait, let's slow down. Think about Apple. Every iPhone looks like part of the same family. The base iPhone, the Pro Max, they all share a consistent identity. Google too, most Pixels have that camera bar. Samsung, on the other hand, has been a little all over the place. Every model looked different. Maybe Samsung finally wants visual consistency across the S, Z Fold, and Edge lineups. When you see flat sides and a clean camera island, maybe Samsung wants you to instantly know it's theirs. And honestly, that does make sense. But still, does it feel Ultra? Here's where it gets even more interesting. Some people say Samsung is copying Apple, especially with the flat sides and organized camera layout. But let's be real, everyone is moving toward that clean, squared-off, premium aesthetic. Apple doesn't own flat edges, and Samsung's camera island isn't a big chunky square like the iPhones. It's slimmer, more modern, more minimal. So is Samsung copying? Not really. They're just heading in the same direction as the rest of the flagship world. But let's address the real problem. It's not about copying, it's about emotion. The old Ultra design had attitude. This new one feels safer, controlled, almost polite. And the Ultra was never polite, it was bold. But maybe, just maybe, this change isn't about looks at all. What if the new island isn't just cosmetic? What if Samsung needed the island to fit bigger sensors or a new periscope lens? What if the Ultra camera is about to take a massive leap forward? Because Samsung has a habit. When they change the outside, they upgrade the inside. Imagine this. Samsung gives the Ultra a cleaner design, but under the hood, it destroys every other camera on the market. Suddenly, the design becomes iconic again because the performance makes it legendary. And don't forget about the rumors of the Galaxy S26 Edge making a comeback. If Samsung brings back the Edge name, maybe they're rebuilding the lineup. S26 for mainstream, Edge for style, Ultra for pure power. That could bring back the magic. Now let's zoom out. Apple's iPhone 17 series is sticking to its formula. Regular models with 2 cameras, Pro models with the signature camera plateau. Google's Pixel 10 keeps the camera bar except for the Fold. And Samsung? They're choosing unity. The smartphone world is becoming more symmetrical, more refined, more consistent. But with everything starting to look the same, maybe the real winner will be the company that dares to stand out again. So how do I feel? Honestly, I miss the old Ultra look. It had character, it felt confident. But I'm also curious because this doesn't feel like Samsung giving up. It feels like Samsung setting the stage, like they're clearing the board before making a huge move. Maybe the Ultra didn't lose its identity. Maybe it's about to redefine it. Now I want to hear from you. Do you love this new cleaner camera island, or do you miss the bold floating lens design? Does the S26 Ultra feel more premium or more mid-range? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'm reading them all, and hey, don't go anywhere. If you want the full picture on Samsung's next big step, Apple's iPhone 17 plans, and how Google is shaking things up, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. Trust me, what's coming next is huge. Thanks for watching, take care, and stay tech savvy.